Yeah, yeah, yeah. Check it. Yeah. I smoke weed to make the pain fade. I can't cope any other way. Yeah, I'm feeling like another lazy day. Damn, when it was supposed to be day. Yeah, I've been searching for a little praise. Yeah, my mind been stuck in the maze. Yeah, I've been going through a little phase. I need to do some things. All I feel is rage. They all catch strays. It took me a long time to map it out, but a nigga stuck in his ways. Now I'm calling plays. Since they playing hardball, I'm taking it off the bat like the Oakland A's. I'm sinking Tampa Rays with a little shade. A peace of mind is the only food that I crave. I'm watching Walking Dead. I feel misled. Who knew taking the shot was the way to get ahead? Oh. This is love. Yeah. This is love. This is love. This is love. Yeah. Man, you gotta love yourself. And you gotta take a shot. That's the only way to get ahead in this game, man.
Way to get ahead in this game, man.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby, cool up. Wake that ass up. Welcome back to Wake That Ass Up, baby. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell back again with another episode. Well. I came on this motherfucker and said some shit was about to be different in 2026. And essentially what it's going to be is fuck around and find out year. Aggression going to be at an all-time high. I'm trying to tell you. I've been telling y'all this already. The year just started and I already told people that it's going to be aggressive. People going to be aggressive this year. It's going to be aggressive in every area you could think about. All of them. Work. It's going to be aggressive in the outside life in terms of just going to the store. It's going to be aggressive from, obviously, political figures. It's going to be aggressive from, non-political figures. It's going to be aggression coming from every way, shape, and form right now. And if you've been under a rock the last day and you live in America, well, then you probably missed that a ICE agent shot and killed a 37-year-old woman in Minnesota yesterday during some ICE raids. Yeah, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. I'm gonna break it down, okay? Because I don't look at things as like, oh, I'm of this party, I'm that party. Like, nah, I'm straight. Well, I'm calling a spade a fucking spade. I'm right down the middle, okay? Whatever is right in my opinion, and whatever is wrong in my opinion. And I'm not gonna say this side did that or that side did that, but I'm gonna say what actually fucking happened. Whatever my eyes saw, I'm gonna tell you what my eyes actually saw. I don't care about all the political shit. But the ICE raids have been going on for the past couple months in pretty much every city for the most part, and that's not going to stop. That's a federal mandate. They have that federal power to go into these states and do what the fuck they want to do, and they're going to do it under Trump's regime. I don't think ICE as a concept is bad. ICE as an idea, a theory, I don't think it's bad. But ICE in actual implementation does not seem like it's going very well. It seems like they going into a bunch of different places, snatching motherfuckers out. And they don't really give a fuck if you came in illegally or you did come in illegally. They just getting a bunch of motherfuckers and doing what they want to do with them. So I do believe we had an immigration problem. I do believe we had a lot of people here that were benefiting from the country and from maybe one of the parties using them to boost their voting stature or something like that. But when you look at the amount of fraud going on in America, a lot of that fraud is taking place from individuals who don't actually have citizenship in the country. A lot of the fraud is taking place from people who've come into the country and have gained or garnered citizenship and then decided to, see a system and say, hey, damn, they just giving out free money essentially. Let me go ahead and do this. This makes sense. I'll sit on the phone all day and talk to these people to get paychecks or whatever. Um, and it's to a point where we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. All right, we got some other topics to talk about too. So we gonna talk about what happened in Minnesota and ICE and the government, and we gonna get into that in detail. But we also gonna get into what's going on with this job crisis. All right, I'm in that category of a millennial. I'm 34 years old. I'm gonna be 35. A lot of people my age were sold a dream and a hope of if you go to school and you get a degree, and if you work really really hard, you're going to be able to buy a house, you're going to be able to get a car, you're going to be able to have a family, you're going to be able to do all that in America. And that is not the case, especially for the middle class. I mean the millennials and the middle class right now, but the millennials for sure. The millennials are kind of screwed because they kind of got dropped in a bucket of time that seemed good, but right now it's going to turn out in reality terrible for them as they age. And I'm a millennial, so I'm speaking from my experience, the people around me, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, what what they're saying online in terms of like 55% of fucking millennials are have to like are losing their job or have to like find another job, and like 40 something percent are thinking about actively switching their job because there's no more career advancement, there's no more money, there's no more. It's different. We'll get into a little bit of sports, and then we'll finish off with life, as we always do. And today, when I talk about life, I'm gonna talk about the pivot. And let's start off with it. Let's start off with the pivot. What is the pivot? The pivot is essentially if you do anything in life, right? And you say, I want to be a doctor. That's what you want to be. And all you do your whole life is study to be a doctor. You become the best fucking doctor. Okay, if you're within the top 5 in the world in your profession, you're always okay. Unless your profession disappears completely, right? But if you're not in the top 5 in the world, that's why everything's competitive. All right. And I think that's where we got screwed up. All right. This last like 10 years or so, people tried to make everything all nice and all everyone can go, everyone gets a pass, participation trophies, everyone can do whatever they want. A boy could be a girl can be a boy, a cat could be a dog could be a cat. Everything was open. Okay. And in reality, we took away the actual aspect of competition. And once you take away that, or you think you're taking that aspect of competition away, when it never was really being taken away, it was kind of just underneath. It was hiding for a little bit. But once you take that aspect of competition away, you're gonna make everything worse. Everything. We have to compete. It's survival of the fittest. It's in our actual body. It's in our bones. It's in our DNA, especially women, okay? Y'all competing all the fucking time. All right, especially against other women. You ain't really competing against men, but women are always competing at the highest level. Men compete too at the highest level too, but women always competing, highest and lowest levels. Women always competing. But once you remove competition and you get things to the point where it's like, okay, I can just standardize this, do this, and if I do this, I'm gonna get to the top. Once you make a claim like that, which they made this claim to the middle class or to the millennials, if you do X, Y, and Z, you're gonna be guaranteed X, Y, and Z. That's how they put it to us. Go to school, take out these loans, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, $200,000 loans. And then when you take those loans out, you want to pay all that back. Because a grant, my ass, you have to pay all these Pell loans and all, you're going to have to pay all that back. So if you stay in the mindset of, I have to just work really hard in this one straight line, and I have no idea how to pivot out to make money from my talents or pivot up, then you're screwed. All right. So let's say, like you said, you're a doctor and you work at a hospital and you're not top 5. You could be replaced. There's things coming in. Who knows? You can be replaced. All right. There's no more upward mobility. Now, can the skills that you have acquired from being a doctor, those skills allow you to then go and pivot and do something on the side to make money using those skills? Unfortunately, a lot of the staple jobs, the jobs that pay a lot, the careers that pay a lot they told to go into, they don't allow you to do that. You're gonna have to go work for this company, that company, this company, do this, sign this paperwork, and you're not gonna be able to practice outside of this. So you're not gonna be able to pivot to make extra money or to do something, and then there's no way to go up from that. So then you're stuck, and that's what a lot of millennials are feeling right now because they've also been working these jobs for 10, 15 years now, and that's all their experience. So not only they make it hard for you to pivot educational wise because they put you in one fucking box and say just learn this and just put all your effort into this. You're gonna be that. Just learn that. You're gonna be this. Just learn that and you're gonna be this. Fuck no, no, no. You need to pivot. I'll give y'all a prime example. I worked at Penske Truck Leasing for like 5 years. Okay, very good company. Loved the company. It was great. Everything was great. I realized while I was at that company, and I was at 25, I was 25 years old. I realized, or 26, something like that. I realized that if I keep working here at my current trajectory, the highest I can get to is maybe if I get fucking astronomically lucky, a CEO. Okay? If I can maybe run up this private company, spend 40 years and maybe get to this position. Maybe. If everything goes right, if I get lucky as fuck, if I work as hard as I can, I might get to this position. Okay, then what does that position pay out? Because you got to weigh these things out. Okay, this position pays out this amount. Okay, cool. How long is it actually going to take me to get there? Let me think about it. All right, let me go get some research. Let me look at the people around here. How long have you been here in your position? How long have you been here in your position? How long have you been here in your position? Ask questions. And then you start to realize, okay, you've been here for 15 years and you've only managed to get to this position. Can you explain to me why? And then you start asking those why questions. Some people say, oh, I don't want to go up higher. Some people say I had a issue or something happened. But most people, there is no ability for them to go higher because once people get in a position of power, high power, they ain't leaving a perch. Look at Congress. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at Congress. When people get a position of power, they not leaving a perch. Not willingly. Definitely not to go down. Maybe to go up. But sure as hell not to go down. So I looked at it and said, okay, it was going to take me 40 years probably. And when I did the math, looking at everybody else, I'm like, man, it'll take me 40 years if I get lucky. If I get lucky. All right. So if I want to ever be something in my life or do more in my life or make more or have more, I can't stay here. I need to now pivot. And that was the trucking industry. That was corporate America. That was wearing suits and ties and all that weak ass shit. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of weak. I don't know why y'all put on the damn that fucking tie. That's too much. That's just too much. I don't care. You look like a damn. It look clean. I ain't gonna. Sometimes a suit and tie look clean. I ain't gonna lie, but to wear it every day to work, that's just doing too much to me. I always thought that was doing too much. So I realized, hey, if I stay in this company, all right, yeah, I'll be able to make some money. I'll be able to go up a little bit, but there's gonna be a point where it pretty much stops. Because it seemed like it's pretty much stopped for all these people. Some people didn't want it to go further, but most people did. And it just seemed like there was always something that came up. So I'm like, I could pretty much surmise that that could probably be the same for me. So I pivoted. I said, you know what? What's going to be needed in the world, right? What's going to be a necessity always? I said, first and foremost, shelter, right? So a lot of people went into real estate because that would be a form of shelter, right? I'm talking about survival, right? You need a place, a roof over your head. So people go into real estate and try to make money off real estate because then you can provide shelter to people, okay? A place to stay. Food. I love cooking. I always love cooking. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go to like culinary school and I'll try to like, maybe open my own restaurant one day and all this other stuff. And I thought that was a good option. But at the time I was like, nah, I don't know if I want to go back to school again. I just got out of school a couple years ago and did all that stuff. So I said, I ain't trying to go back to school again. And I got a weird, I have weird opinions of schools now. I just feel like they don't really be teaching us shit. So I didn't really want to go. But culinary school, I would learn a lot. And then the last thing for me was health. Health. I looked at our economy and it was like in our society and said, okay, our health system is terrible. Most people don't even understand in America how to be healthy or how not to be healthy. Um, and it's something you can't run from. It's always going to be here. Humans are always going to be here until we're not here. And as long as we're here, we're always going to have a bunch of humans that don't want to take care of themselves and going to need help. So I say, you know what? Let me go into to personal training, nutrition, all that. And I love working out anyways and exercising. So I pivoted. Got a bunch of personal training certifications, nutrition, wellness, all that stuff. And then I started doing that. On top of that, I started doing YouTube and side things like that to get into that whole digital space more because you need to have whatever you're going to do in real life, obviously your actual life, but then the world now is media, it's AI, it's technology, it's all that. So if you're not in that space in some way, shape, or form, you're going to get left behind too. So I made sure I jumped into that. And I really just said, you know what? I think the best thing to do for me now is to try to monetize all my hobbies. And that's what I did. Everything that I like to do, I can make money off of now. I can put music out and I can get money for the music. I can go on YouTube now and do a live stream like this and get paid for the live stream. I can go out and train someone in my basement and get paid directly for doing that. I don't have to go to nobody else. I can get all of my money pretty much directly to me. And that's the goal. That's always been the goal. You shouldn't have to go through this person, Bob, Jilly, Sally, this person to get your paycheck. It should be handed directly to you, all your money, all of your hard work, whatever you put your effort into. So, life right now is about to pivot. If you do not know how to pivot, you better find someone who does immediately. And I'll teach you how to pivot right now, but it's not as seamless as what I'm about to say because it's not. It's just not. First and foremost, if you're going to pivot from whatever you've been doing career wise and you want to actually make money, you can't go right into your passions or hobbies. Your pivot can't be directly into your passions or hobbies. It can't be. You won't make money right away doing that. It's going to take time for you to figure out how to really monetize your passions and your hobbies and things like that to make money. It's going to take quite a bit of time. And to be honest, it's probably going to take you investing money into that in order for you to then make money from it. Most people ain't got that opportunity or that ability right now. So I would say if you're going to pivot into an industry that's not going to disappear. If you have to start over and you got to go back to the bottom of something because you've been working something your whole life, now you got to switch industry, you have to go to the bottom of something, go to the bottom of something that's going to be here for a very long time. Get into AI if you have to, okay? Get into anything with food, okay? Get into anything with personal care. Get into anything that has to do with like minerals, like gold and silver and shit like that. Learn how to build something. Learn how to help somebody do something. Like learn how to help your neighbor do something. I don't know, okay? But you're gonna have to pivot into something that's gonna be here in the future. That's gonna allow you to make money. A lot of y'all, especially millennials right now, you're in jobs that won't allow you to make money in the future. And they're probably going to fire you anyways, because most people are going to get fired this year. A lot of people are getting fired this year. If you are a millennial and you work at a job that can be replaced by robotics and AI, which is the vast majority, this year, next year, you're done. It's already out. The reports are already out. They're already saying it. The billionaires are already saying it. The people who are making this stuff, who control, they're already saying it. It's done. If your job can be done by ChatGPT, it's done. It's done. So now is the time to make that shift. If you don't make that shift, good luck. I'm just letting you know right now. It's going to be tough. All right, let's get into this ice stuff real quick. Let's make a little pivot and see what's popping. I'm going to let them break it down, and then I'm going to give my opinions on what the fuck happened.
Let you watch this, but we're going to do this in a very sort of deliberate way. Let people know that this is video we're showing for the first time. You're not going to see it a lot on our air because we want to make sure that when we're showing it, we're doing it with a purpose. So there's no audio here as well, and you're going to see this sort of play out. So just a warning to those who may not want to see this. You can see the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot that we should be focused on here. It's about a purplish, reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking up. And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Yeah, three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other kind of pulled on that driver's side door handle.
Yeah. So again, there's no audio here. We don't know what's being said. We don't know really anything else about this woman, other than we know that she was not the target of the initial investigation. That was confirmed by the police chief. But there are some other angles of this as well that are being looked at. So that's kind of one pass of the video. And again, right. Okay, thanks for letting us know. Sorry. So there is some audio to this, and if you go online, you can see. So now you can see the vehicle is crashed, and according to
That's the guy who busts the shots.
Cities, that woman was shot, and then the vehicle drove into the snow there, as you can see. So this is kind of the aftermath right now. This video is turning the other way. We want to just show you what's happening. We didn't have a lot on the front end of this, and every time we show video, we kind of like to show prior the incident and then as much after. But this is what we have, so we wanted to show it to you in full.
And this is also the first time that we are seeing this as well. So we're kind of just
damn. Hold on.
And then as much after, but this.
Damn. 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 Okay, so. Woo! You can't be driving outside. You can't even drive around no more. Shit ain't safe nowhere. This is gonna be a fuck around and find out year. I'm just being honest. I think a lot of people have been raised to believe they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. They don't have to actually follow authority. They don't have to actually, guns are fake. And I think a lot of people are living in fucking La La Land and believe that protests actually work and all this other shit. Okay? Does not work. Never did. Never did. Never did, never will. All protests is, okay, all the First Amendment does is give the people who are in power a heads up, a notice that, oh, okay, these people are disgruntled about this. Cool, we'll pivot. Because they're great at pivoting. Fucking magnificent at it. That's all it does. It don't actually change nothing. It don't change shit. Nothing is changing. It might terraform itself into something different, but it ain't really changing. It's still here. It's still happening. Okay? Racism still is here. Bigotry still here. Anti-Semitism, all this shit still here. Ain't going nowhere. Never has. Never will go anywhere. It's always going to be here. So, in America, these last 10 years, a lot of people, and especially Caucasian people, y'all really do be in La La Land. Y'all really think y'all can do what the fuck y'all want to do. Okay, to anybody and get away with it. Say what the fuck you want to say. Speak how you want to speak. Act how you want to act. I'm just what I see. Okay, the woman who got shot and killed is a 37-year-old white woman. She looked white to me. I don't know for sure, but she's like a 37-year-old white woman. So she wasn't even the target at all. But her actions got her killed. Her actions got her killed. You can say what the fuck you want to say. All right. If you watch the whole video, when law enforcement is surrounding you and they get out of their vehicle and they tell you to stop and get the fuck out of your vehicle, you better stop and get the fuck out of your vehicle. It's that simple. Every black person knows this. Cause we ain't getting that pass. Shit, we ain't getting. She got to drive a little bit. She drove enough to hit the motherfucker. She hit the person. What was she doing? This is man, fuck around and find out year. You can be stupid if you want to. You can think you more gang than you want to. You can think you're smarter than you are. You can think you really understand what's going on and no one can hurt you. And that's what a lot of people think they're invincible right now. Everyone thinks they're tough. Everyone thinks they can't be beat up. They can't be shut. They can't. No, listen, things are changing. Not this year. You better stop acting tough if you ain't really tough. If you're really not about that life, you better stop acting like it because people are going to do something about it. Things are going to happen. And if you can deal with it, you can deal with it. If you can't deal with it and you've been just making shit up this whole time, it's time to go back into the motherfucking corner and just slide back. Don't do nothing aggressive. Because people are now going to respond aggressively. And who's going to save you? Okay? The lady acted aggressively. They told her to get out of her car, stop her car, get out of her car, move whatever the fuck they told her to do. She didn't do it. She then proceeded to drive directly in the direction of the agent and hit him. And he did defend himself, and he shot and killed her. Now, I don't believe he should have did that. Okay? As a trained officer, I think you should have the wherewithal in any situation to assess it properly and use the correct amount of excessive force if you need to. In that situation, could he have gotten out of the way and letting her drive off? Sure, he could have. He could have. I believe that he could, and I don't know. I don't know his body. I don't know his physical. He maybe he could have. But to me, it looked like he could have maybe have gotten out of the way enough, to not get hit. But in the moment, someone's coming at you with a car. You gotta defend yourself. Y'all can protest if you want to. Shit ain't gonna change shit. ICE still gonna be in your motherfucking city. You can scream, cry to the fucking world about this shit. ICE still gonna be in your city. Shit's not gonna change. This is a new world order. I'm talking about in terms of everything is going to be aggressive. It's all going to be aggressive. People are going to take what they want. They're going to take it. They're going to take it. And if you're a person who's not actually aggressive, let me get this ice. Oh, I got this ice in my legs, y'all. Oh, I'm getting this ice pack. Ugh. Man, that felt good. If you're not a person who's actually aggressive and about that life, stop playing games. This lady made a horrible, horrendous mistake. I'm not sure who her friend group is, or who she was speaking to, or who maybe they knew about this ICE stuff and they was trying to be a part of it, because a lot of people want to go out there and just be a part of something that's not even their deal. Like, listen, this is another thing I gotta say before this might ruffle some feathers. A lot of people in America, to be honest, feel that they have the right to play the fucking victim. And to be honest, they really be using us black people and what we went through, ancestors with Jim Crow and all that shit, as they motherfucking backdrop. Okay, that's the backdrop for everything at the end of the day. All right? A lot of shit didn't happen to a lot of people in this actual country. Now, some shit happened around the world to a lot of different people. I understand that. But in this motherfucking country of America, the only group of people that really should be talking shit all the time is African Americans and Native Americans. That's it. Everybody else, get the fuck out of town. Okay? Get the fuck out of town. I'm just being honest. I get the fuck out of town. The Jewish people, get the fuck out of town. That shit didn't happen here. Did the Holocaust happen in America? Maybe I'm misinformed. Did the fucking Holocaust happen in America? Let me Google it. So I'm not just boo the fool. Let me just Google it. I just wonder, what the fuck did the Holocaust happen? Where is the fucking Holocaust? Let me just go ahead and motherfucking I just want to see, just so I'm not fucking. I just want to understand it. If I'm just being, am I not like looking at this the right way, or because some shit just seemed like everyone is just playing victim now. Everyone's a victim in America. Everyone gets to use this fucking survivor's remorse when not everyone survived in America from something. I don't know. Okay, so the Holocaust was a systematic state-sponsored genocide by Nazi Germany. Okay, so this is in the Soviet Union. They had some parts in there saying a little bit, maybe. Killing centers located in Poland. Mass shootings occurred in the Soviet Union. Okay, yeah. All right. So, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want to hear none of that anti-Semitic shit. None of this shit, this Jew shit, this all this crazy ass shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. That shit crazy. You motherfuckers, that shit didn't happen here. Okay? I don't be hearing y'all motherfucker every time. Nah, get the fuck out of town. I don't want to hear none of that shit. That shit be pissing me the fuck off. It really do. All right? All you Jewish people in America, go to fucking Germany and cry. Go to Germany and cry. Don't cry here about that shit. Okay? Because it didn't happen here. If it didn't happen here in America, it's off the fucking table. You don't get to use that as your fucking backdrop. And that's what everyone's doing. And they're benefiting from it. They benefit from this shit too. Not black people. You know why? Because they systematically dismantled us. When we were trying to do it, we were trying to come together. We were trying to be a group. We were trying. Black people been trying. They systematically dismantled us. And then start killing us off. Okay, so if anybody should be crying about anything still, it's black American people. If anybody deserve anything in this fucking country, it's African American Native people. That's essentially. That's what it comes down to. Everything else is y'all using our fucking struggle as your backdrop to fucking now push propaganda towards whatever your cause is that fucking didn't even happen here. Shit fucking pissed me off. It really does. All right, so listen, I ain't got no problem with Jewish people. I got plenty of Jewish friends, okay? I'm just saying, you don't get to scream and cry fucking wolf in America. You better go do that shit in Germany. The shit didn't happen here. You don't get fucking all, no, absolutely not. Didn't happen here. Okay? Only people screaming wolf here, African American people and Native people. That's it. Everybody else, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I understand there's a lot of shit going on in a lot of different countries. All this shit happening in Israel and all this shit happening in fucking these different countries. I get it. But what the fuck about the people here who built this shit? The reason why y'all are able to do things is because there were fucking all types of battles and wars and African Americans. They came to us.
Y'all gonna help us? Y'all gonna help us fight these people over here? Cause we don't. If you don't help us after y'all, we enforce y'all to fucking pick cotton on this time. We all gonna go. Okay, yeah, yes, sir. I guess I'll help you. Can I have my freedom now? Yeah, you can have your freedom. 40 acres and a mule.
Okay. Shit, that sounds good to me. Let me strap my boots up and go fight. It's better than picking this fucking cotton. And then what? Lie. You ain't about to get shit. You about to get shit. You gonna fight this war though. So not only did we get played, we also fucking fought for this country. Can y'all say the same? Can y'all people say the same? The fuck out of here. I don't want to hear shit. All right, black people deserve a lot. And I'm not here to say that. That's not what I'm here talking about. But I'm saying I'm sick of all this fucking everyone using our struggle as their backdrop to push all their political agendas. No. A lot of y'all protesting bullshit. I'm just being honest. What y'all think the governor talking about? the governor and the mayor of Minnesota mad. They big mad. Let's see what they're talking about.
We've been warning for weeks that the Trump administration's dangerous, sensationalized operations are a threat to our public safety, that someone was going to get hurt. Just yesterday, I said exactly that. What we're seeing is the consequences of governance designed to generate fear, headlines, and conflict. It's governing by reality TV, and today that recklessness cost someone their life. I've reached out to Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, and I'm waiting to hear back.
Imagine being able to...
And I believe they stated that the officer acted in self-defense, and there will be no prosecution or nothing, no crimes. He didn't commit any crimes. He's good. He's at home with his family now. He did go to the hospital because he was hit by the car. But other than that, yeah, ain't nothing gonna happen.
A complete AI creation platform.
Ain't nothing gonna happen. He's straight.
Let me be clear. Donald Trump and his administration may not care much about Minnesota. That's been pretty evident. But we love this state. We won't let them tear us apart. We'll not turn against each other. To Minnesotans, I say this. I feel your anger. I'm angry. They want a show. We can't give it to them. We cannot. If you protest and express your First Amendment rights, please do so peacefully as you always do. We can't give them what they want. The hearts and minds of the people in this state are on our side. To Americans, I ask you this, please stand with Minneapolis. To Minnesotans, know that our administration is going to stop at nothing to seek accountability and justice. The State Bureau of Criminal Apprehension are working on the investigation. We have activated the State Emergency Operations Center. State Patrol Minnesota National Guard leadership is connected with the Minneapolis Police Department, the St. Paul Police Department, Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, the DNR, and Minnesota's Homeland Security and Emergency Management.
Here we go. Well, we about to have a state versus federal war out here. I'm telling you, that's what I see coming. That's what I'm saying. It's about to get bad. I'll give a fuck. It's about to get bad. All right, because these states have their own power individually. And then you got a lot of people who have, been running these states, governors and mayors for, however long they've been doing what they've been doing. Some for a very long time, some too fucking long. And a lot of them are opposed to what Donald Trump is doing and has been doing. And they have the power to, enforce their own, I guess, military as well. So I don't see how any of this moves us to a place of peace and prosperity. It just seems like everything is sliding downhill faster and faster and faster and faster. The days are going by faster too. How the fuck is it January 8th already? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. Where the fuck did these 8 days go? Ain't the days double time? Days going by fast as shit right now. So I feel like we're just accelerating into a conflict of something, like a major conflict. I feel like America is on the verge of actual collapse and the citizens are unaware. They're too distracted by fighting these little battles in the streets. And the federal government is doing what they got to do to make sure the whole country as a whole, I guess, is safe and working well within the, I guess, confines of our world. So us versus Russia, us versus China, us versus all this. But the interplay stuff, so everything happening in our side, or the interplay stuff, is bad. It's bad. It's bad. ICE is everywhere. People don't like it. People protested. States are protesting. States are sending their own armies in to help and fight and police and all this stuff. And where does this actually end? If I play it out, it ends with whomever has the most power wins. And that's probably the federal government. So if I'm these states, we voted for Donald Trump, y'all. This is what people asked for. This is what we're getting. You want to clean up a country? You want to remove immigrants? You want to do all this stuff? It ain't going to be done by accident nicely. Everything that actually needs to be done in this world and has been done has always been done by force. Always. People are going to take what they want. So the governor spoke, and he's pretty pissed off about the situation. Obviously, he said he's going to do all these extra things to make sure his people stay safe. The mayor straight up told Trump to get the fuck out. He trying to get clickbait and shit. I ain't even gonna play that because he just trying to get clickbait. He ain't have to do all that. Once you start cursing and shit on things like that, and you supposed to be a mayor, bro, you're not supposed to be doing all that. Like, certain people not supposed to do certain things. All right, listen, you the mayor, yo, you ain't supposed to be out here trying to act like you supposed to be politically correct. That's your job title, politically correct. And a lot of them be, when nowadays it's different because it's social media. It's about clickbait. It's about clickbait. So he just get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, Trump. Trump, we don't want you here. Get the fuck out, Trump. We don't want you here, Trump. And yeah, it's not going well. It's not going well. And Minnesota's had all this fraud shit. The most, like, this whole Somali fraud thing going on. It's not going well in Minnesota right now. Yeah, it's not going well. But across the country, thousands of people have protested this shooting, starting yesterday. And I also think that's the problem with America. Like, I swear to God, your neighbor will literally go out and walk downtown with a sign protesting. But if you then went to your neighbor and asked for some shit, most likely they not about to help you. I think we all try to fight battles that we don't belong in. And that's the biggest problem about America. That's why we're so divided. We all jump into battles that we don't belong. If you're not from Minnesota, okay, and you don't know that lady, or you're not, it ain't your people that's about to be getting taken by ICE, you need to just stay the fuck out of it. That's how I look at it. I don't think we help each other by protesting across the country and fucking everyone.
Yeah, I feel so. I hate that. Oh my gosh, this was so bad.
That ain't helping shit. That's just causing more confusion and chaos and more white noise over here and more distraction over here from what's actually going on. Listen, I don't know how y'all was raised, but have you ever heard the term or the phrase, mind your motherfucking business? A lot of people need to mind their fucking business. At the end of the day, that's what things are coming to at this point. You're not helping anybody if you're in Detroit and someone got shot in Minnesota. Now y'all march all down Detroit and now you're disturbing everything in Detroit when nothing actually happened here in Detroit. I understand you're protesting. It makes sense. It's great. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying think about it logically what you're doing and then how that affects everyone around you. We need to start focusing on home first. Focus on home first. Focus on the shit that's going on right in your community. You can walk outside and there's fucking cats and dogs struggling. There's people struggling. There's all types of shit, but you don't focus on that. You want to focus on what's fucking going on in Israel. You ain't never been there. You ain't never gonna go there. It's not your problem. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not insensitive to anything that's going on outside of the world, outside of my little world. I'm not. I'm talking about stuff that's going outside of my. I'm not insensitive, but I'm not going to go out and protest and act like it happened here. I'm not gonna get thousands of people and say, let's go fucking just block the highways and do all this other shit. It's gonna make a difference. It's not gonna make a difference. Only that's gonna happen is you're gonna interrupt everybody else's day today. If you're going to do something, you either need to put your money where your mouth is. Okay? That's number one. If you want to really protest, stop buying shit. Okay? Stop going to work. Do shit like if that's what if you want to really protest, you got to use your money. That's the only way. Or violence. It's two options that work. That other shit don't work. And to be honest, I don't. The violent option, keep that shit over there. We just got to all put our money together and then decide to do what we want to do with our money. Help our community. Help the people around us. If we all just decide to help the people around us, you know how straight we all would be? But now we want to focus on some shit in Minnesota when we live in fucking Salt Lake City, Utah and shit. Get the fuck out of town. We want to focus on Gaza. We want to focus on Russia. And we live in America. Come on, get the fuck out of town. Okay? If it's not affecting you specifically, mind your business, okay? I talk about it, speak about it, do what you got to do. But if you're doing all these extra measures that won't actually change anything, but you believe they will, you just boo-boo the fool, and you're feeding into what they want. Because if they create these laws, right? Don't you think they create them because they want you to use them? Because they benefit them? Or they have the law still in place? Don't they benefit somebody? Yeah, of course. They benefit the people who need. You think the court system and the police and the healthcare, all that is for lower class people? And no, that shit is for the elites. What the fuck is wrong with you? So when the elites got some shit going on, they can say, yep, all right, here's these systems we can use to safeguard ourselves. It ain't for us. We pay for it, but it ain't for us. We sure as fuck do pay for it. But it's not for us. You want to know? You want to know how I know? You want to know how I know? Go to the hospital and see if they'll treat you for free. See if they'll treat you for free. Just see. If they treat you for free, it's for you. If you don't got free healthcare, it ain't for you. It never was for you. Come on, man. It ain't for you. It ain't for you. So today, we spoke about what's going on in Minnesota with that killing. My opinion is I don't believe the officer should have shot the lady. Okay? I do not believe that. But I do not believe he's in the wrong either. I believe that they told her to get the fuck out of that car or stop or do what the fuck they told her. She decided not to do that. Drove towards the officer as if she was going to hit him, and lost her life for it. That's fuck around and find out at its finest. And I feel terrible for her and her family. I do. But I'm lying. I don't feel terrible. I don't know her. How can I fucking feel terrible for somebody I don't know? That's another lie people be lying. Oh, I'm so sad at this person. Stop lying. You never even met these people. You about to go and get iced coffee. You about to still go watch your fucking cartoon. And your day ain't about to be disrupted. Don't be getting on social media acting like you really, unless you knew these people specifically, stop fucking lying. Okay? I am not sad or anything that this lady lost. I'm not. How can I be? I don't know her. What I am is a little bit confused by the situation. Because I don't want to be driving in my car and not know what the fuck to do if ICE roll up. But now after watching this video, you best believe if ICE tell me to get the fuck out the car, niggas, hands up, don't shoot. Because your life is more important than your fucking opinions. But for some of y'all believe y'all opinions is more important than life and all this other. No, it's not. You could have just got out of the car, acquiesced to wherever the fuck they wanted, and went about your day. Especially if the shit they weren't coming for you, and you knew that. But maybe you wanted to protest. Maybe you want to be one of these gang people who say, I hate ICE, and that's cool. You can do that. But just know there's going to be severe consequences moving forward with everything in life. Everything you do in life moving forward, there's going to be severe consequences. You need to actually think about your next steps. All right? We saw what happened in Minnesota. ICE ain't playing. We saw what happened in Minnesota with the fraud shit. The fraud shit is here. The government's taking all of our money and doing what the fuck they want to do with it. Just giving it away to people. So we know that. All right? So physically, it's not as safe as it used to be. Monetarily, economically, it's not as safe as it used to be. All right? You can lose your job tomorrow and be broke as fuck. Can you pivot? Do you have the ability to pivot? We spoke about that. Can you find a new job, a new way to make money, a new way to use your skills to make money? If you can't do that right now, you might be headed for just poverty. That's where the world's going. That's where America's going for a lot of people. And then finally, as a country and as people in this country, we have to stop letting other, especially African Americans, we have to stop allowing other ethnicities to use our struggle as their fucking backdrop in this country to push their points and opinions and agendas. All right? I'm done with this anti-Semitic shit. I'm done with them putting that out there and saying all this. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. Okay? I'm sorry, Jewish people. It didn't happen in America. It did not happen here. You were not oppressed here. Okay? So to be fucking, just because we're one of the only fucking 2 places that like has media running wild everywhere for everything in the world, no restrictions type shit, that everyone thinks they can push their shit here. No. Okay? We need to be pushing, fixing our streets. And when I mean by fixing our streets, I mean fix the houses. Okay? Fix the roads. Fix everything. All right? Everything should be fucking pristine here. As much money as we all pay in taxes. We need to fix our healthcare crisis in America. Everybody fat and out of shape and don't know what the fuck to do. That's a fucking problem. And people acting like they not obese. You obese. Most people obese. All right? It's just that simple. Unhealthy, dying, and acting like they're not dying. We got to fix that. We got to fix our food crisis. You can't even go to the store and buy anything healthy and everything dumb expensive. Crisis. All these crises that we have here that we ain't even talking about. But we want to talk about all this other shit. No, we can't do that. So, no more letting people use backdrops to sell their narratives. Can't do it. All right, if we ain't talking about fucking making sure our economy is good, making sure our people, that's everybody. I don't care what color you are. If you're an American citizen and you were born in this country, you fucking American. Don't matter what color you are. Okay, making sure our people in America who were born here are straight. Okay, making sure that the future is protected. Cause a lot of us are doing a shitty job of protecting the future. Ain't even fucking thinking about their kids' future or what their kids gonna have to do, or if not even having kids. And then I think the last thing is we got to become more selfish as a country and as people. I think a lot of us should just close our mind to the outside world right now. If you're an American citizen, only focus on America right now. Stop fucking focusing on all these other countries and shit that's not. You have people here that are struggling. If you want to help somebody in your town, help someone in your city. Okay, that's what you should be doing. If you're not really trying to help anybody, okay, then just go sit your ass down. You don't have to. No one said you had to. But don't be using all these extra things happening in the world to boost your fucking self up if you're not actually going to do anything about it. I ain't about to be saying all this pro-Israel shit and all this pro or whatever. I ain't never going to Israel. I ain't about to say pro-Palestine and pro. I ain't never going there that I know of. And I've never been there. I don't know what the fuck going on. I ain't pro shit. I'll look at it and be like, whatever, but you ain't about to see me with no fucking flags and all that. It's not happening. Don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in China. I ain't about to say all Chinese people bad. I never fucking been there. I don't know what's going on there. I'll let you know when I go. I don't know what's going on in Russia. I ain't about to say all Russian people are bad. I ain't never been to Russia. Fuck I know. Never been there. I really don't know. I don't know what the fuck went on in Afghanistan. I ain't never been there. I ain't never spoke to the people. I don't know what the fuck really happened. So a lot of y'all making judgments and doing things based on shit that you really don't know. Unless you know it for sure. Actual factual. You been there, you saw it with your own two eyes, you heard it with your ears. Stop using secondhand information. Third-hand information. 18th hand information, toe information and shit. Okay? If it ain't, you better see that shit or hear that shit. If not, leave it alone. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that. All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mental, man. It's another episode of Wake That Ass Up, where we just bring you sports, life, news, and entertainment. We ain't gonna bring you no sports today, but life, news, and entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And today, pretty much just news and life, because life is life right now. Millennials. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. My millennials, okay? Everybody in my age bracket. I'm 34. I'm gonna be 35 at the end of this month. Everybody in my age bracket. Listen. Pivot now. I'm telling you. If you're a millennial, pivot now. The older generation, them boomer, those people, they straight. They was able to get a home and they good. The younger generation, they already know they fucked. But a lot of them don't have kids and things like that, so they don't got all that extra pressure. If you're a millennial, a lot of y'all got kids, houses that you got on shitty rates and deals. Like, it's bad. All right? And the job that you're in is about to disappear. So it's time to pivot. Find something that you love to do that you can make a bunch of money off of and enjoy the rest of your life. That's what you should be doing. If you do not pivot now, I'm talking about right now. If you're not trying to find an extra side hustle, something like that, and you're just thinking that you're going to be able to stay in one career linear path and go straight the fuck up and make... No, you're not. It's already ending. Just do your research, please. All right, y'all. It's your boy, Leroy Mitchell. I appreciate y'all coming on here. I'm going to leave y'all with some of my music real quick. What should we play? Hey. Now you playing Polish. Hey. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow with another episode of Wake That Ass Up, baby.
Are you the one they try to imitate?
Yeah, I'm the one.
Yeah, I'm the one. Are you the one they try to imitate? Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one. Are you the one they try to imitate? Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah, I'm the one. Are you the one that try to imitate? Hey, yeah, I'm the one. Hey, I've been the one. I've been the one they try to imitate, the one they really hate, the
One who shows up first but always staying late.
the one that help you elevate, the one that put you in the race, the one who goes balls to the wall just to set the pace, the one who never showing fear, the one who tried to help you steer, the one who took a back seat just to let you niggas steer, the one that helped you get in gear, the one who made the picture clear, the one that lent a helping hand when nobody else was there. Yeah, man, I'm sick of all these copycats. They say imitation is worse than flattery, and I ain't flirting back. Yeah, a bunch of cats in the hat. You pussies cat. Simon says you niggas jumping jacks. Are you the one they try to imitate?
Hey, all right, y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Deuces.